everything. Seek shelter. Run for the hills. We have ourselves breaking news from the world of the Dynasty.
Hey Chooches, this is Commissioner Eric Costanza. This is not a Dynasty podcast. Instead, this is an audio announcement of not one, not two, not three, but 4 trades that have gone through, all unanimously approved by the Dynasty board members and the replacement member when one of the members is involved in a trade. I'm going to go ahead and announce these trades. 3 of the 4 actually involve me. So, what I'm going to do is, the 3 trades that involve me, since I am not a neutral person in those trades, I will simply act as if I am a newscaster or a robot and announce that trade with no commentary. The one trade that does not involve me, because technically, I'm pretty sure I'm not a robot and or a newscaster, officially, I am going to add a little bit of commentary. If, going forward, you prefer that I do not add any opinion or commentary to trades that don't involve me, let me know. But I'm thinking that most of you enjoy hearing at least what an idiot like me thinks. So, also, you might be following the Riverdale Gazette on Twitter. You may already be aware of at least some of these trades, or at least some of the hints involving these trades. Congratulations to you. Without further ado, here we go. Trade number 1, involving the Riverdale Scoopers and the Rockdale Senators, 2 trade partners. Will receives wide receiver Alan Hearns and a 12th round pick, and I receive a 2017 7th round pick. Let's just stew on that for a moment. And now, going on to the second trade, involving me and Coach Bubba Palucha of the Bubba Gump Shrimp. I am receiving wide receiver John Brown, not Josh, Brandon, not Josh, John Brown, and a 12th round pick. And Bubba is receiving a 7th round pick. Sifter on that a little bit. Sniff it up a little bit in your nostrils. You good with it? Okay, now moving forward, the third trade of the 4, involving me and Coach Ben Green of the Boston Loggers, the 6-0 Loggers. I am receiving Travis Benjamin and a 2017 13th round pick. You know how much I enjoy those 13th round selections. Sorry, shit. That was an opinion and not part of a news broadcast. Scratch that from the record. And Ben is receiving a 12th round pick. Actually, Bubba's 12th round pick, the one I obtained in the trade I just mentioned earlier regarding John Brown. And the 4th trade, not involving me, is involving Coach Bubba Palucha, Bubba Gum Shrimp, and Coach Chris Heaney of VIP on Swole. This trade technically got kind of vetoed originally. There was a lot of back and forth. It's a bit innovative. Zach was involved. Anyway, I won't get into all that. The bottom line is that it got revised appropriately. So the actual trade that I'm referring to is that Bubba Gump is receiving Sam Bradford and a 3rd round pick. And VIP on Swole is receiving Andrew Luck, Jordan Matthews, an 8th round pick, and also receiving either a 5th, 7th, or 10th round pick from Bubba, depending on how Sam Bradford does, very similar to the VIP Handyquacks stipulation trade. If Bradford is a top 5 quarterback, it's a 5th round. If he's a top 10 quarterback, it's a 7th round. Technically, that's actually my original pick that Bubba received from me. and if he's outside of the top 10, it's a 10th round pick. Bradford currently is 19th of quarterback, so right now it's looking like a 10th. Maybe it could be a 7th. So there you have it. From a commentary standpoint, I think the trade makes sense. Bubba's obviously kind of selling here, giving up on the season, although not completely giving up. The whole tattoo situation, which I'm not even too exactly sure or remember exactly what that's all about, but he obviously wants to avoid obtaining a tattoo. So he gets Bradford in return, but he's still looking to build for next year. And Chris, he's 2-3. He's got a big game against me this week. I don't blame him here for not giving up yet. He's scratching and clawing and is trying to fight his way back. Obviously, Luck and Matthews, upgrades his team there. And even if things fall short for him this year, Luck, I'm guessing, would more than likely be his keeper, for next year. So it makes sense to me. And there you have it. So that is the trades announcement. Thank you for listening. A quick update regarding the Dynasty podcast is some of you are probably wondering where the hell is that podcast you promised with co-host Phil Tamulus and guest Fitzy, Nick Stevens. Fitzy's been a little bit of a douche, and he has not responded to my emails, even though a month ago he did respond and say he'd be on. So therefore, I postponed that show, and next week Bub and I will be back, and on that show, we're going to have a dual interactive segment in which both kicker Dustin Hopkins of the Washington Redskins and Josh Brown of the New York Giants will both be appearing on the show, not at the same time. If you don't believe me, then you need to listen, you bastards. Thank you all very much for your time, and good biddings.